and structures as union. Nested structures or structure within structure. So as functions, we can create nested structures. That means we can create structures within structures. Let's see into details. He provides us the feature of nesting one structure within another structure using which complex data types are created. For example, we may need to store the address of an entity, means employee, in a structure. The attribute address may also have the subparts as street number, city, state, and PIN code. Hence, to store the address of the employee, we need to store the address of the employee into a separate structure and nest the structure address into the structure employee. Right? So you have to create structure within structure to store all the details into one the superstructure. The structure can be nested in the following ways. Method 1 by separate structure, method 2 by embedded structure. We'll see both the methods into details. First, separate structure. Over here, we create two structures, but the dependent structure should be used inside the main structure as a member. Let's see the example. You can see that struct date has been used, which includes three members dd, mm, yy as integer, and we have created struct employee, which includes integer id, character array name, and over here you can see that it creates the struct date, means this is the existing structure date with variable as doj, date structure variable inside the structure employee. We close the curly brackets of employee structure. We create the variable of employee structure with emp1 and we put the semicolon. Clear? So this is first method by separate structure. We are creating two different separate structure but we are using one of the structure variable inside another one. So structure date will work as the nesting structure of structure employee. Okay. As you can see, DOJ, date of joining, is the variable of type date. Here, DOJ is used as a member of employee structure. Clear? In this way, we can use date structure in many structures, many different structures which you create in your practical or programs. Second method is embedded structure. The embedded structure enables us to declare the structure inside another structure. Hence, it requires less time of codes, but it cannot be used in multiple data structures because we are creating the substructure into the superstructure. We are not separately creating two different structures. Let's see the example. Struct employee, in which we have integer ID, character array name. Inside that, we are creating the substructure date with dd, mm, yy of integer members. We are closing the date structure, creating its variable doj. We are closing the employee structure. We are creating its variable emp1. How to access the nested structure variables? We can access.
Everyone is clear with the syntax of nested structure? या वापस एक बार करूँ, वापस बैक? पिक्चर क्लियर हो गया ना कैसे सिंटेक्स आपको करनी है स्ट्रक्चर विद इन स्ट्रक्चर, या तो आप दो स्ट्रक्चर सेपरेट करो और उसके ऑब्जेक्ट को वहाँ पे बुलाओ तो भी चलता है। इवन आप लोग ऐसे नॉर्मल नेस्टेड लूप के जैसे भी कर सकते हो। ओके, सो दिस इज योर मेथड नंबर 1, सॉरी मेथड नंबर 2। यहाँ पे सिंपली आपने क्या किया, एम्प्लॉय करके एक मेरा स्ट्रक्चर है। ओके, फिर यहाँ पे मैंने क्या किया, आईडी एंड नेम डाला हुआ है। अगेन इन दैट स्ट्रक्चर एम्प्लॉय देयर इज अनदर एम्प्लॉय, मतलब स्ट्रक्चर के अंदर डेट, दैट इज नोन एज व्हाट, अ स्ट्रक्चर विद इन स्ट्रक्चर। सो दिस इज व्हाट माय चाइल्ड स्ट्रक्चर एंड दिस इज नोन एज व्हाट, अ पेरेंट स्ट्रक्चर। ठीक है, तो डेट के अंदर क्या डाला, डी एम एम वाई वाई, और यहाँ पे उसका ऑब्जेक्ट क्या है, डेट ऑफ ज्वाइनिंग। सेम इसको क्लोज करवाना है तो यहाँ पे क्या आ जाएगा, एक और कर्ली ब्रेसिस आ जाएगा। फिर यहाँ पे क्या आ जाएगा, EMP1 एंड ऑफ सेमीकोलन। ठीक है, ये हो गया आपका नेस्टेड, दिस इज मेथड नंबर 2। उसके अलावा आपकी मेथड नंबर 1 थी, यहाँ पे क्या किया है, एक सेपरेट स्ट्रक्चर बनाया हुआ है डेट का, यहाँ पे सेम सेपरेट स्ट्रक्चर क्या किया हुआ है, एम्प्लॉय का भी बनाया हुआ है, बट सेम चीज इसको यहाँ पे क्या किया, स्ट्रक्चर डेट और उसका एक वेरिएबल डीओजे करके कर दिया. ओके, सो बोथ मेथड्स आर अलाउड इन योर सी प्रोग्राम फॉर योर स्ट्रक्चर इफ यू वांट टू यूज नेस्टेड स्ट्रक्चर. ठीक है, इज देयर एनी डाउट इन द सिंटैक्स? Yes or no, please? Is there any doubt in syntax? So can I continue now? Great.
How to access the nested structure variables? We can access the members of the nested structure by, this is the syntax, outer structure dot nested structure dot members. Now this nested structure may be many, right? You can create so many layers of nesting of the structures. So you have to just start from the outer structure, then its inner structure, then its inner structure, and you have to just separate them by putting a dot operator. And if you want to use the innermost member, then at the end you have to use the dot member. Clear? For example, we have the previous example of employee and date structure. If you want to access member of date structure, which is a substructure of employee, so how can you use this? Struct employee means the variable is emp1 dot doj dot mm. Clear? emp1.doj.dd.mm.yy. Clear? Passing structure to a function as argument. So let's see into details. A structure can be passed to any function from main function or from any subfunction. If structure is defined within the function, then it won't be available to other functions unless it is passed to those functions by value or by address. Else, we have to declare structure variable as the global variable. That means structure variable should be declared outside the main function. So this structure will be visible to all the functions in C program. We know the concept of global and local, but it is not only restricted to variables, but it is spread upon the structures or arrays or anything, right? Anything related to data types. It can be done in three different ways. Method 1, passing structure to a function by value, passing structure to a function by address. We need to pass a structure or declare structure variable as a global. If you do not want to pass a structure as function as argument of any function. First method, passing structure to function by value. Over here in this program, the whole structure is passed to another function by value. Let's see the example. It means the whole structure is passed to another function with all members and their values. So this structure can be accessed from called function. We have two different entities as callee function and the calling function, right? Callee and calling. This concept is very useful while writing very big programs in C. So let's see the example. Hash include stdio.h and string.h. Then we have structure student with id, name and percentage. We have created function with void return type. Inside the brackets, we are passing this structure to a function by value. Like this, you can see there is no star or ampersand, right? So this is just a normal passing of the argument. Struct, name of the structure and the variable of the structure, right? So suppose the variable of the structure is record. Then we are starting with main. Over here, I have created a variable with method 2, means you can create the variable of the structure by as of any primitive data type by writing struct keyword, name of the structure and the variable name, right? And the same thing I have passed as the argument of the function. Now what I am doing is I am trying to access the members of the structure, right? So I have used record dot id equals to 1. I am initializing the value of id. strcpy, that means it will copy Raju into record dot name. right? Record dot percentage equal to 86.5. And what I'm doing is calling the function rec function by passing the variable of the structure. We know how to call a function, right? We just write the name of the function, and inside the brackets we pass only the variable name. So over here the variable name is record. It is type of structure. So over here we only need to write the variable name, which is record. And at the end, I am defining my structure. Over here, this is just a declaration. So I have to define the function as well. So same header I have taken over here, and I'm printing the record.id, record.name, and record.percentage, right? So what you will get as output 1 Raju and 86.5 5 times 0 as per the values taken from the user. Clear? I hope you understood. So what happens over here? See, you have created this structure, but as we know, at the time of declaration, no memory is allocated, right? Until and unless you create its variable, how many bytes, first of all, it will be allocated? Over here, 4 bytes plus 20 bytes plus 4 bytes. So total 28 bytes, right? So a memory block of 28 bytes will be allocated to this structure, and all the values will be stored into that structure, right? So this structure will be local to function main, right? First of all, it will be local to function main, right? But what happens, we are passing this as argument of this function. So for this function also, a local structure record, variable record will be created with 28 byte size, and whatever value you have taken into the main memory in the main function, it will be copied into the local structure record, right? When this function gets over, when the usage of this function gets over and control goes back to main, this function will be trunk. After copy pasting all the values, this function will be flushed. Okay. So this is how you can do, you can call a function by passing the structure variable by value. Second is passing structure to function by address. Over here, we all know we need the concept of pointers. So we need to remember two things, star and ampersand. Star is for value and ampersand is for address. In this program, the whole structure is passed to another function by address. It means only the address of the structure is passed to another function. The whole structure is not passed to another function with all members and their values. So this structure can be accessed from called function by its address. So what happens? So if you do change in one of the function of any of the members of the structure, it will be reflected into the another function, right? So it will be creating a shared memory. In previous example, by value, two different copies are being created, right? So the memory is not shared. Clear? Let's see the example. Same thing. We start with the header files. We declare the structure with the same members. We write the header of the function void funcs with the variable. Now over here, instead of only normal variable name, we have to write star record. That means it is of type pointer of data type struct student, right? So this particular thing must get the address as it is star record, right? Into the main, I have created local structure variable record. That means it will be creating 28 byte size block of name record, which is of type structure student. Then I have tried same thing, accessing the members of the structure using dot operator and initializing them. Then I have tried to call the function. As we know, we are using pass by address. So not only the name of the variable, but along with ampersand is required, because what we are doing is we are passing the address of this record structure variable, right? So to catch that catch that address of the structure variable, we need a pointer of same data type. So you can see that it is struct record, right? So it will be pointing towards the base location of the structure record, right? Then what I have done is I have tried to define my user defined function. Same header I have used with pointer variable, and I have tried to print the output. So same output you will get, but only difference is over here only one shared memory will be created. But in previous example, two different copies are being created. So if you do changes in one copy, it won't be reflected into the another copy. I hope you understood. The third type is declare a structure variable as global. Very easy. Structure variables also can be declared as global variables as we declare other variable in C. So when a structure variable is declared as global, then it is visible to all the functions in a program. In this scenario, we don't need to pass the structure to any function separately. Let's see the example. Same header files, then the structure declaration. Then we write the structure variable globally. So instead of writing it into the main, we declare it outside the main, right? Void structure demo. I have created a function structure demo. I have write the integer main function in which I am trying to initialize the value of structure elements. Then I am calling the function structure demo. As you can see, there is no parameters between the brackets because we have created this structure globally. So we do not need to pass this structure variable as argument to any function. And as it is not taking anything from the user, it should not return anything. So the return type is void. Void structure demo, it is just printing the values of whatever we have entered through the keyboard. So what will you get output? Same like this, right? So what will happen? One global memory block of 28 byte size will be created, which will be accessible throughout the program, right? So it will be accessible into the main as well. It will be accessible into the structure demo function as well. So same memory location will be shared among different functions of the same program, right? So it will be globally declared. So there is no need to pass the structures or variables as the parameter to any function. Clear? So this is it for today.
Any doubt till now? See, आप लोगों को थोड़ा सा डाउट पॉइंटर में हुआ होगा कि पॉइंटर के लिए हमारे पास सेपरेट एक चैप्टर ही है. ओके, सो डोंट वरी अबाउट द पॉइंटर. वापस से वो वाला हमारा जो फंक्शन आर्ग्यूमेंट पॉइंटर से पास ऑन हो रहा था ना, वो वापस से वो कंसेप्ट वहाँ पे रिवाइज होगा ही. सो डोंट वरी अबाउट द कंसेप्ट ऑफ पॉइंटर. ठीक है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट वहाँ पे और किसी को कुछ डाउट नहीं था ना? सो कैन आई स्टार्ट विद द नेक्स्ट वीडियो? Yes or no, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Hello everyone. We are learning the Unit 10 Structure and Union. Till now we have seen all the aspects of structure. So today we are going to start with union. A union is a special data type available in C that allows storing different data types in the same memory location. You can define a union with many members, but only one member can contain a value at any given time. Unions provide an efficient way of using the same memory location for multiple purposes. Defining a union. To define a union, you must use the union statement in the same way as you did while defining a structure. The union statement defines a new data type with more than one members for your program. Let's see the syntax of union. First, we start off with the union keyword. Then we write down the union name as we did in structure. We start the curly brackets. We write down the members of fields of the union. We close the curly bracket. We do write the union variable and we put the semicolon. Okay. Over here, union is a keyword and semicolon is must. The difference between structure and union. So let's start with the keyword. Struct is used to define the structure, while union is used to define union. Size. When a variable is associated with the structure, compiler allocates memory for each member. The size of structure is greater than or equal to the sum of the sizes of its members. While when a variable is associated with the union, compiler allocates memory by considering the size of the largest member. The size of union is the size of the largest member. Memory. Each memory is assigned a unique storage location, while in union, memory allocated is shared by individual members. Value altering. Altering value in a structure of a member will not affect other members, while in union, altering value of a member will affect value of other members. Accessing members in a structure, individual members can be accessed at a time, while in union, only one member can be accessed at a time. Initialization of members in structure, many members of a structure can be initialized at a time, while in union, only the first member of a union can be initialized. So you can see that there are so many restrictions in union because at a time only you can initialize one member and access the same member. Let's see the example of restrictions.
Clear between the difference of structure and union. से दोनों का मीनिंग सेम ही होने वाला है, स्ट्रक्चर एंड यूनियन. एक तो प्रॉब्लम कहाँ पे होगी, उसका मेन डिफरेंस इज बिटवीन अ साइज. ठीक है, स्ट्रक्चर में क्या करता था, द साइज ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर इज ग्रेटर देन और इक्वल टू द सम ऑफ साइज ऑफ इट्स मेंबर. ठीक है, मतलब क्या होता है, हम लोग स्ट्रक्चर की जो मैंने आपको साइज बताई थी, तो आपने क्या किया था, इंटीजर ए था, फ्लोट बी था, फिर कैरेक्टर एरे कुछ था, तो इन तीनों को आपने क्या किया था, सम अप किया था. सो दैट विल बिकम व्हाट, अ साइज ऑफ योर स्ट्रक्चर. बट इन यूनियन, इफ यू फाइंड द साइज ऑफ योर यूनियन, तो वो क्या देगा, जितने भी मेरे 5 टाइप के डेटा टाइप मैंने वहाँ पे डिक्लेयर किए होंगे, तो अमॉन्ग दैट 5 मेंबर जिसकी भी लार्जेस्ट साइज होगी ना, दैट विल बी ए साइज ऑफ व्हाट, माय यूनियन. यहाँ पे हमने इंडिविजुअल मेंबर का एडिशन किया था, सो दैट विल बिकम अ साइज ऑफ माय स्ट्रक्चर. बट इन यूनियन, ओके, द लार्जेस्ट साइज ऑफ माय वन मेंबर, लाइक सपोज मैंने एरे दिया हुआ है, तो एरे की साइज कंपेयर टू इंटीजर और मेरे नॉर्मल फ्लोट डेटा टाइप से ज़्यादा है, द साइज ऑफ यूनियन इज इक्वल टू द टोटल साइज ऑफ दैट एरे ओनली. क्लियर. सो दिस इज द मेजर डिफरेंस बिटवीन अ स्ट्रक्चर एंड यूनियन. ठीक है यहाँ तक. सो एवरीवन इज क्लियर विद द डिफरेंस ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर एंड यूनियन. यहाँ तक किसी को कुछ डाउट हो तो देख लो, मैं 2 मिनट स्क्रीन होल्ड कर रही हूँ. यू कैन ऑल्सो गो थ्रू विद द लाइन कि आप लोगों को कहीं पे कुछ डाउट हो तो मुझे बताओ, बिकॉज दिस इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, स्ट्रक्चर एंड यूनियन का. प्रोग्रामेटिकली आप लोगों को डिफरेंस कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, थियोरेटिकली यहाँ पे डिफरेंस आएगा, दैट्स व्हाई. तो इज देयर एनी डाउट इन स्ट्रक्चर एंड यूनियन? स्क्रीन मैंने होल्ड करके रखी है, आराम से एक बार रीड कर लो, और कुछ डाउट हो लाइन में तो मुझे बताओ.
मैम.
हाँ बोलो.
हाँ मैम, अभी आपने बोला कि वो जो एरे जैसे कि सबसे लार्जेस्ट डेटा टाइप है, सबसे लार्जेस्ट मेमोरी होल्ड करने वाला, तो यूनियन को उसके जितनी मेमोरी अलोकेट होगी.
हाँ,
हाँ, तो फिर मैम मतलब अरे जितनी मेमोरी अलोकेट होगी, या फिर उसमें जो जैसे कि इंट, फ्लोट और कैरेक्टर है उनको भी अरे जितना डेटा एलोकेट करके फिर स्टोर करेंगे, मेमोरी एलोकेट करके.
से देखो यहाँ पे क्या होता है, तुम लोग सिंपल मेरा इंटीजर ए ऑफ 10 20 डाला है, बट आपने वैल्यूज क्या डाली, वो एरे में 20 की 20 स्पेस यूज नहीं, बट आपने सिंपली 5 डेटा डाले, तो आपकी एरे की साइज क्या हो गई, थी 20, बट आपने वैल्यूज कितनी डाली, 5 ही डेटा डाली. ठीक है, तो यूटिलाइज साइज इज इक्वल टू व्हाट, 5. यहाँ पे यूनियन की मैं बात क्या करूँ, ओवरऑल आपने जो यूनियन क्रिएट किया है ना, जैसे आप स्ट्रक्चर यूनियन कर दे, तो उसका ओवरऑल साइज कोई पूछे ना, तो उसमें वो होगा कि जो डेटा मेंबर की हाईएस्ट साइज होगी वो मेरी यूनियन की साइज होगी. सेंटेंस में मीनिंग है हमारा.
ओके ओके.
ओके, एनी अदर डाउट?
यस मैम.
इज देयर एनी डाउट? Okay, fine. So can I continue?
The same member. Let's see the example of restrictions. You can see that we have declared an union named address with 2 character arrays name and street, and in main we have created its variable std, and we have tried to initialize to both the members. First one goes to Dipsy, and let's see what happens to the second value, which is 75th Street. I have tried to access the members of the union with dot operator and try to print its value. Let's see what we get as output. We get this message as output. You can see that there is a warning. You can see that there is a warning that access elements in union initializer. You can see that you can access, that means we have initialized more than the limit elements, right? So you will get this type of warning. Okay, but you will get an output because it is just a warning, it's not an error. So you can see that the first, which is the name, gets the correct output, but the street which we passed actually 75th Street, but we get the same output because only one, the first member was initialized at the time, right? Similarities between structure and union. Both are user-defined data types used to store data of different types in a single unit. A structure or a union can be passed by value to functions and returned by value by functions. The argument must have the same type as the function parameter. Dot operator is used for accessing the members of both structure and union. Let's see the size of union. How do we get the size of the union? By the size of largest member. Let's see the example. See, over here we have union student with 3 members, character name, integer role and float marks. So let's see the size of each members. You can see that character name, this is only one variable, right, with size 20. And character gets 1 byte each, so it will be of total 20 bytes. Integer takes 4 bytes into code blocks and float takes 4 bytes into code blocks, but it is of size 2, so 4 into 2, 8 bytes. So which is the largest? This, 20 bytes. So this union will be given 20 bytes into the memory. And what I have done is I have tried to print the size of the union student, right? In the same manner, I tried to print the size of the structure. What will you get as output? 20 bytes. I hope it is clear. So let's practice. What will be the size of this union? Pause the video.
20.
Okay. क्या होगा?
20.
Okay.
Over here and guess the size. Size 20 bytes. What will be the size of
40.
40.
the union person? Pause the video here and guess the size. The size will be 40 bytes. What will be the size of union address?
100.
100.
Pause the video here
Okay.
and guess the size. Size
See,
100.
programmatically there is no difference
Right?
between structure and union. ठीक है?
So that's it.
जो चीज आप लोगों ने स्ट्रक्चर में यूज की ना, सेम चीज आपको सिंपल कीवर्ड हट जाएगा, वो स्ट्रक्ट की जगह पे यूनियन हो जाएगा, बाकी सेम चीज जो आप लोग एक्सेस कर रहे हो स्ट्रक्चर को, वही चीज आप लोगों को यूनियन में करनी है. ठीक है, आप लोग ऐसे कंपेरेटिवली मेजर करने जाओ ना सीसीपी में, द मोस्ट इजिएस्ट चैप्टर इज बेस्ड ऑन स्ट्रक्चर एंड यूनियन, और यही सारे कंसेप्ट आप लोगों को आगे डेटा स्ट्रक्चर में वो सब में यूज आएगा. ठीक है, तो इसके प्रोग्रामेटिकली आप लोगों को अच्छी तरह से प्रिपरेशन करनी है. ओके, सो नाउ व्हाट आई सजेस्ट कि आप लोगों को है ना सबसे पहले अभी